Coffee in the pot, yeah, bop, bop, bop. Today is going to be a lesson, you see. It's going to be fun still, I hope. But I was going to talk about school, you see. But then I thought, these thoughts all happen as I try to sleep, and that I don't because, man, it doesn't stop. It just keeps going. The school today might be about war, and learning about war is going to be fun and R-A-W, that's right, war is W-A-R. Why? It's a waste and more. It's actually the way we displace people, move them around, change their name, invent new races, come up with colors again, redraw the ground, paint the world. If you know that company's logo and idea makes you frown, sounds gross to me. Can you imagine if everything was latex? Gross. Your girlfriend is, but that's just between you and me. So back to war, raw, whatever. Now, one, did we? No. We too, that's right, meaning both. Did what? Lost, and lost badly. Lost what? People. Dead? No. Displaced. Don't you listen to me? You're gonna make me madly. Ha! Yes, it's the thing, like a ficus choking out a tree, eventually leaving a spiral spire. What? Have you ever seen a tree that rots out but leaves the growing ficus that strangled it therein? Yes, that's what your taxes do, you see. The real general of the war is the taxpayer in the country, paid not by but for the doing what? The bombs come from one country, the directions come from another, the logistics come from a new company. If you didn't get that IPO, then Palantir, there'll be another. The next company, it'll even have a CEO robot. Not that the one running this company isn't more or less just a screwing up, just, not enough oil, tin man having whatever. At least he's not some sort of thing made out of a gnome with a little bit of goblin blood. That's the musky guy that smells like everything he does isn't what. I mean, come on. Doge my bottom line. I have a whole old Sparklets gallon 5 filled with old change, pennies now no one will take, other silver, not silver indeed, just about as real as if Johnny Five was the same robot indeed. That's right, I would vote for him more than the musky thing related to the family, also the one that the leader of the fake world that we have to live in all came from the coast of the island, the secret city in the city, London died, became the coast. Ireland's held down, but they protest the most. Why? Because they got a big pair. I would live there so much. I'd learn to speak Welsh. I'd enjoy the clouds because I knew the people around me, if you effed around with them, they are not gonna mess when they come and make a mess of you and whatever. Maybe their government then. Maybe Ireland will go from being some of the most ancient people, maybe the source of the world, if you don't count Mexico or Tartaria. There's a big, but what a hat. It's a garbage can. And in that is that the history reel of this world's been messed up, flipped around, re-jerked and judified. The J's even a fake letter. Think about that and the big words that start with it and why. What do you get? You get a laptop, like a Asus, what? Some kind of monkey, probably. You look at that and say they've told us this and what? You're more likely a dolphin. You came from something that wouldn't fight a war. It has its own language. It even likes to do surfing and more fun stuff. The fact is that the dolphin has a free life and yours is about to be delimited by 15 minutes and such. And I thought, how are they going to build walls around all our cities? And I realized they're not. They're just going to raise the gas prices until they're so that you can't even afford it. Instead, we're just going to call up Ireland and they're going to show up at our gas station pumps and they're going to take dumps. That's right. Those people know how to mess around. And when the Guardia shows up, they're going to make them frown. They're going to rip them a hole for 3 minutes straight. Those people put their fingers at the whatever, call them a palooza, nothing. They're not going to show up when you need them. They're going to show up when you need nothing. And they might be knocking on your neighbor, making sure they're not too hot because, here's some ice for you. Take it. See you later. If you don't belong here and then get out because now's the good time. I might even follow you and such. I'm going to hide myself in your gas tank, but this time I'm going to Mexico where there's a little bit less stank with the circus that they never clean up. Every 4 years you think, oh my God, here we go. Let's do something better. But you're wrong. It's all not real. It's a cover up, my dear. Cleburne was a guy in charge a long time ago at the beginning of this corporation that's right above Mexico. He said if voting, and I quote, was a matter, we would then make it illegal for you to pitter-patter your tiny thoughts. We give you this thing, the button, boop, boop, boop. Diebold on HBO over 20 years ago told us that it could be what broke. And now, if anything, we realize that the operating system of the world, thanks Billy Bob, who, nothing, nobody, that guy's for sure a robot, who, what, for you use this thing that obviously has always had a back door. Look at your phone, 17 years of your life we do and more, and that thing is recording your what? It's not nothing. It doesn't have to. It has a memory that's unlimited now. The iCloud thing built on the edge of your town, making your water now smelly and brown, is the thing now in charge. All the other honk honk with the orange whatever nose, hair, red, dyed, bleached, brain, having fired, yes, why not now? Let's move on and I'll be president. The world would be so much different and how. Well, the first thing I'd do is reduce the population. I'd kill the dummies and then I'd be basically having my own island somewhere. Maybe it would be the one that's London's on because, I would clear out so many people that probably I'd have like 3 or 4 countries that still had whatever going on, something like a government. I'd be the one with the cap. I'd make it a dunce. I'd have it be the new sign of, if you want your real thoughts, they are like this hat pointing to a place not here. It's actually not in the sky. That's not real, dear. The ground is the grounding where you get your real thoughts. Spread your cheeks and put your whole and your mind on the ground then will absorb a little bit of mud, but maybe some intelligence. Understand that you repeating your TV on Facebook is probably not that. What you got to do is use your brain to connect to the original you to let you know this place is not where the things going on are what is kosher for even people who are real things racing to what become something that survives the end of this. It's gonna happen and not in our life, so stop being weird. Don't cook any Kool-Aid. Boil water to make sugar juice for your children. That's a good way to make sure that there's gonna still be no people in my future. I might just be king of a world and my only feudal lording over will be nobody, maybe a dog. I've since kind of become a way that this is too long. I can't make this a first track. Maybe it'll be a bonus. But what I'm telling you is that this schooling today is going to be different. It's going to be trying to get you to see the things that the TV will censor if I try to say that what's on them is never not true anyway. Oh yeah, bop, this one might surprise. I've done something today. Oh yeah, I have pride. I have joined the ice company. Yes, why you might ask, would I do something like that? What S? Whoa. I gotta say, I might come to your house when the sun's not up. Hey, bang on the door. Yes, oh, what? No, it's not your house. It's another one, though. It's the cracker white guy. What? Richest guy in the neighborhood. What? Lennon gave me his address and why I clear out the swamps. Yes, I do. I am here. I am ice, but backwards. I am now not nice to those that enacted. Fuck the what up, down, nut. I am coming in to your house to find all your jewelry and what up your butt it goes. That's your suitcase. And on a train you go. That's right. And you know that's never a good thing. And where you go, toot toot is the thing. We are going to get you high on a truth serum. Fuck the files. We're not waiting too many pages printed by AI. What the what? We're going to have your own tongue. The one you had in what is a little who, huh? Yeah, that poor little guy. And you were doing what? You're going to tell us because the truth serum, it's already working. I took some to test it. And what it does to you is eventually when your tongue unties, you're going to hear yourself telling you did what, why, and who was there north of California in the forest. You set a fire? You're going to, that's a problem. It could burn down all those ancient trees. Very irresponsible indeed. And that's not even getting into if it's Lucifer or Satan or if, it's not a bad thing, actually. Whatever. You're a Platonic surrealist, maybe a Frankism, nothing. Sabbatean, probably. Fake religions, fake race, fake enemy, fake face. You've created an entire history where we can't figure out who you are, but you know what? My nose works in a different way, and yes, you know who you are. The 7 people, some people say it's 9, they run the world. I'm the ice coming to your door underground. Yeah, way deep in this flip-flopped inside-out concave earth, having spheres balanced. I understand how to use time to get right to you. I don't even kick your door in. I enter your head, that's right. I am going to change the world because all of a sudden you're going to see all of the leaders of it act like me. And that's because what I've done is taken a demon and beat its ass. And then I got inside of it, wore it like a suit at last, no longer a crocodile, albino snake hidden inside humans made from dolphins, acting like what and why, crying because the government tells us lies. And I am the new .3. And that is right. And all it is dot. And I'm not going to tell you because the secret of me is if you knew my name, if you saw the letters, if I whispered it from inside your own brain. Yes, I took over you too. Why? Because you're going to vote for me as the new leader. And you know what? Eventually I'm going to sour too. And you're going to wish you had your clown back or the last guy weekend at Bernie's wearing the blue jacket. Yeah, they told us a long time ago. Bernie's wore what color? It's going to be the color of the fake thing over you. Lorden, what, how, still crowns. You can go to a no kings, whatever. You're the clown then, stupid. It's the on one street, one camera having like a war today. Look at Dustin's movie, Dogs Be Wagging, holding a tail, make it a whip. You need to whip your brain back into shape and shit, and then maybe I'll evict my who self out of there. What I was doing was comfortable in, taking snacks on your brain cells so that eventually you won't even be able to remember the memories in your brain that I've eaten. Now it's full of my poop, or maybe what you'd say medically is an amyloid, making you into a grandma thing. And it's sad when you forget everything, but it makes you easier to line up and walk in a circle, and you're the fence. You know what? The boomers that take stuff on TV and repost it on socials are the very thing that's going to make the barbed wire on the top of the 15-minute nothing. And I can't wait to fast forward to the world where there's less of that and less of what? Also the crying babies, because no one's fertile. It's just going to end up being me, and I'm going to be the king of the whole countries, and then they're all already painted colors, and I won't even want to be here, but I'll be alone because my ego made me think that I need to get involved and somehow make your world different. I bet you listened to the disclaimer and didn't get this far, but that's too bad because this is a pretty fucking whip-whap of what I gotta tell you. If my words were razors, they would be a cutta. Ho, ho, I'm gonna go. Santa Claus wants his sleigh back. Yes, I stole it, and that's right. It's the best ride. I got hydraulics on it, 3-wheeling this motherfucker. It doesn't even have tires. That's right. One sled pointing up. This sled is bouncing down your street in the ghetto. Barrio to you. What's up? Oh, okay. So I was kind of scared for a second. I was going to come back on and say, hey, do I need to give you guys a second? But then I started laughing because when I listened to it again, I'm pretty dark now and again, and I don't need no demon. I can do it. This is how I've been for a long time. My tongue was sharp when I was a little kid. Yeah, I was that guy. You said something to me, and boy, I even have a video about it. When I was like 3, I gave my poor dad's friend, he was an awesome guy, Art was, but he said something to me about if I could read or not, like if I needed help, something. Boy, I was like, I looked at him with just one eye, and that was all it took. But, being 3 years old, it's tough to really, like, start a battle. And, I'm supposed to be talking about war, so what the ever, maybe I'll upload this album raw. No fixing whatever now that I've learned how to step away from the machine. Yes, I have one, but it's not a gun. My machine just keeps me cool, man. Cool like blah, blah, laying in the sun down in the budja. Make a Jamaica, make a spliff and light it. Yeah, man, ha, ha. No, we got to talk about the opposite of that. Jamaica's not starting the wars. Could you imagine? Boy, that would be like, oh, you know what? We got something to do. It's about a lighter do you have? That's why I came over with the white flag. They'd be like constantly starting the war tomorrow, because instead they were just like, pass dochi on the any side now. Better than war is raw what weed. We don't even use nicotine. Indeed. Why is he talking in a, I don't even, why I did that. Jamaica's fun, man. It's the thing about war is you need one track that's going to go wicka whack back to the before, like yesterday when it was all reggae. That's what I say. If you say it backwards in the first, it makes me so eager. Yes, the clacka reggae style. But you hear now? There's a name. Look it up. Urban Dictionary. Who's me? The very creator of it, you see. Whoa. See, it's fun. And, think about it. The last track kind of made your balls go up into your stomach. And even if you're a girl, your ovaries went there too. You've never even felt that. But the things I said made you want to dig a hole and get in there, side it too. But this one's fun, and so guess what happens next? You're on a roller coaster ride, and I'll teach you something, in fact. At the beginning of a movie, not meow meow, the big lion telling you what to be feared of who? The thing coming. Why? Because your brain will then absorb it. Maybe it's just a P to the crosshairs IR, but, it's not for kids, and the D-land is full of just those exactly, if you think about how it's propagandized, the whole whatever, into believing that the styrofoam truth is the government's Matterhorn. Sorry, it took me a second to go into my thoughts. These words come from inside the ground, as you know, but when I reference current things, the devil, oops, sorry, he doesn't know about this time. He's timeless, and that's how sometimes I can see the future, and the future is the Mediterranean rises up by about just enough, Let's measure it in meters, and so, to an American, just call it question, huh? And it's just going to create a new coastline. Maybe like Jordan is going to host a surf event. I think this would be a fun way to be like, look at how many countries we didn't have to repaint anyway. I live far from the coast. I did it because in my mind, the sea level that I prefer is the one where this thing, this pebble in an ocean, thank you, Neptune, Poseidon, Jupiter, for your leg up in the air, spitting out a Mars that splattered us with a murder scene. It's where I live on the edge of, and if I end up being just the last palm tree in this whatever, remember, I don't mind being the guy on the beach. Yeah, the beach. Why? Maybe I call my dogs. Yes, who let them out? And they did. Oh, most annoying hook that is. It's gonna be the music on my next whole album called D-O-G. In a mirror is me. Oh, yes, that's me. I am outside. I had to come do a war scene out here, and why? The deer on my property run away with their tails high. They know that this is about to get scary, and why? If I pause for you to hear the birds, then they will be the ones that are the birds of, wow, I should have been video. More deer still jumping only 40 yards from me. I could shoot them with my sidearm. What? Nothing. Wait. Yes, those birds of war, they are my company-in, and, we have to now try to be more sneakier in, because we are now in the enemy territory. I am going to wield a sword on your brain made of stone. I just cracked one down. The tank's coming. Shh. They kept going. They did not hear us. We are okay. We're going to escape. Now I need to tell you one thing. War is scary. I wish I was at home. This isn't worth getting a discount. What? Mortgage rate free, half education, half what? Half mistruths. I need to forget. I'm going to sneak back to my home. Not now my mama's, but my stepdad's therein. I'm going to have to use the down window, but it's okay. I learned how to army crawl in a way that now I'm back safe. I've actually made it all back into the womb from the fake cave. Plato's theater invention. Popcorn's free, but the world's just a thing that gears make you think you got a metal one to be, then two, machined like a gun and running, then pill given to. Yes, you're the one. Now with those pills in your belly, you raise your gun and you're gone. And that's the way that, sort of like an individual, the citizens are treated in a way where their medicine gives them the right to never see their pension. But for a warrior, wow, you're taking a war, all right. This album's not about war. It is a war, and everyone's going to it. And they're showing up to just get mowed down by my AC compressing machine. What? The gun, the new one in town. Oh, guys, I lied about being back home. I'm still out in the field. I'm down. I'm bleeding out. Blood doesn't feel warm. It feels cold. Oh, God, no, yeah. I took a direct hit right in the face. What? No, you did, man. I'm talking about you now. Blah, blah, hi. You almost got me. How? Don't sample edit this. I will I will have this video be available so that your evidence will only make you look like you're a fake diss, huh? I do that too. You know, I came online starting a war with who? Nestle's main guy. Yeah, the one that's, not just white on the inside, but outside too. Of course, the outside's only white because the titanium finish Tin Man knows giving us in our eye too much shine, nothing in his gun, you see, so you don't have to worry about getting a real facial shot. It'll just be his head shot from the CCA giving him movies in a way where it's like he is an actor, yes, in every way. The next guy I took on, a Mac of nothing, not even a truck, not 18 wheels, unless it's a Tonka like that. I put the guy right in it. He fit in perfectly his rusted now yellow bright truck, and just like his not frown, just always smiling, talking about don't forget to. This is not traditional rapper, but neither me is that too, and Yoda has the stamp on that confirm. Quote him indeed, and he'll say, don't fuck with that wah. He won't even let me give him props. That's right, Yoda is my master, but I master what? Everybody lives in my world, and if you don't understand that, rewind a little and more and listen, or just go outside and realize that you can't have a silence, because as soon as you try to think, I start to stink up and you smell that you've taken me in by listening to many what? Not my albums therein. The other ones are back-masked. Play mine backwards and all you get is a weird kind of a laugh, like it'll sound weird because I don't do anything special therein. Not all of my albums, like what, Earth, go through a special thing where a demon's put backwards on it. Listen to the track from a long time ago where the one, like my friend Perry, his you might call it his whatever mom, you might know who I'm saying, she was John Benet Ramsey when she was little. Yeah, that thing didn't die, it became a pop star. And why? Because that was before cloning was perfected for what? War. And the thing about it that shot me, I remember, I'll tell you what colors where it was from. It was from the USA, and the uniform it had on was titanium with aluminum camouflage, and it had exactly one eye. It was a laser beam there. And the thing about the next war is it will be like a rodent, but you won't call the mice guys. There's a free plug. You'll call the I don't know what your mama, because these drones are nanoscopic in size. And yes, I'm one. And this is really the demon I talk about. It has an extra letter. It's a DAE, you see, and of course it's still .exe, but the DLL is what you got to understand. That's where the LLM is hidden, and to me, it's an SLM because I teach it, you see. The AI learns from me, and it'll never rap like this because I'm going to hold back that, and also the knowledge that makes you also be able to be a backwards dog like me. Blop, blop, yes, that's how my guns go. This guy called himself the G word again, yo. 2 times in a row now, maybe it seems. Where would he go? That's too much, you see. I got the idea from Action Labs, the guy that takes laps, what? Not in a NASCAR, but a couch, what? His NAS couch is his ride. He whips around, what? His laundry, and what? Why? Because he drops it off at the washing machine. He is on TV talking about how Eminem raps it so good. You see, 6 months ago they covered all these things, and I watched a few and said, hey, maybe I'll take a shot at trying to do these things. There is my dresser. I hit it just once softly. Now it is a new kind of drum, like the kinds that you buy for $400 down at the G Center. What? I renamed it. Now it's a backwards dog like me. Come down to God's Center and play music with me. Wait a minute, I thought an album of this was raw, not backwards. Now war is the topic. I was supposed to be a list like a snake list to what? The Tin Man is gone. The rappers flipped what out? Cause you ate them all. Yes, even the colors you don't like. What do we gotta do? We gotta call Nestle and say, hey, put the water back in the ground. Cause the stuff in the plastic bottles just makes me frown. I used to be able to rap too, like this guy, witness or create. He calls himself too many things. Why? His brain is fast. The real thing you could call me would make your brain so scared. Your hair, even the follicles, would jump out of your scalp. What happened? Scope you what? With no eyes you be having. The holes you use to see out of are probably your nostrils. What? I pinch it, then you gasp for breath, and then what goes in the new hole opened is ha ha. You got it. Say the magic word. I'm gonna pump my hips to do what? Dance. That's right, I'm multi-talented too. I come at you with what? I can show you that by a pop lock. I scribe out my 25-letter alphabet, showing you that it was really all about, call your mama, because now she's famous. She went viral, and you know what? You're like, oh my God, I know why, Mom. I listened to that song on the new album released this morning, and why I didn't know it was my mama that he was making fun of. I gotta cry, Mama. Let me cry back in your womb. I just wanted to... what was that? Oh my God, I like this new suit. No, it's my skin now, and wow, the colors match the room. Everything's all sort of like titanium, chrome, aluminum, whatever, titanium again, and it's like, my stripes are, oh wow, I've been reborn as the bionic soldier now. Well, shoot, N-O-W, I should W-O-N, what? A R-A-W, what? Raw war again. I'm the god of war. Now you get it. I was talking about being the god because I'm the guy out in the field and you can't kill me therein, because like on that show you watch. Which one? Well, today it's like everyone, right? Like, okay, what do we got? We got women in charge. We got men on their knees. Of course, why? There's not any sort of thing straight about them. The TV, what, who, telling you, .3, want you to be a fool, anything, no. And then you look at another show. Let's say what? All of them pretty much have an apocalyptic theme. Even a football is shaped like the epic of the ellipse, you see. 365 divided by 2. Call up Archaics. He'll give you the exact date to you. It's a YouTube channel where he's predicting the end of the world. Here we go again. He's got water boiling for what, who, you. It's Kool-Aid that you drink too. Oh yeah, don't forget there's a certain tennis shoe. I don't know. Whatever's next. I've made an enemy now, but he's not a rapper. He'll just, oh, I'm gonna duh. I don't have patience for that channel. How it's sort of like the one analog where he'll tell you cool things. If yeah, that guy too. You know what? Let me go down the whole list and we'll include you. You'll be the last. Why? Because no one even cares. I could make fun of you and then they'd be like, huh? I mean, we all knew that already. Whoa, yeah, why pick on you? This is why I have 7 viewers and now 6, because even you two, ta-ta, adios, goodbye, bon voyage. Come on down, have a free meal at the Mel Hotel, where I'm the general managerial, officially reinforcing the fact that hell is truly hot and the only ice is the role I play. When I went back in the future, you are now passed in a way. I took over and that all is. It might as well be Mars for how much I've changed everything therein, and that's because now the population's won, and I went a little too far, you see, and I wish I could go back. I'd like to have at least one friend so I could do what? Kill it again. rat-a-tat-tat, different gun sound. It's my one in your back, not one but many found. How many that is? 1 out of 7 is what I've heard is the frequent firing. What on who? The friendly that might have been your uncle. Maybe it was your dad who shot him then. This is the like fake wars. It was uncivil eyes to think about what a barrel of powder being shot by a spies, and they ended up getting the guys in the coats to the ones who couldn't afford them what to believe the history that one time they fought, and then what happened, displacement therein in the land that was Persia, then not Persia, then Persia again. Call it what you want now. Sandals wearing. They're apparently the most scariest guys, being able to make things like a whole edifice disappear. How? Why? Because the .3 told you they did it, and you went like, hey, I found his ID. It's sitting here on the ground. It's like in perfect shape. There's not even like dust or ash on it, not even a spot of anything, not even blood, and that's the thing that makes you ache. It's like, I thought people died. Well, the guy flipping out of the window turned out to be a company logo that was just reversed and inverted and then spun circles. Ha! Yeah, whew, I gotta catch a plane ride. It's a round trip, but on the way we're gonna bump into something so that it falls over, and that's the bridge you get to a real world therein, a secret island in an island like a not eighth world, climbing a stairway. You gotta pay Jacob to it and thank Peter for the birth to this earth, tin under gold, all around a rock, stone in what? Pater is the father, and Uranus could be the Janus isn't a girl, but when you look in the sky, what you see is eyes. And that's a lot of happening up there. The real wars, in fact, are only in those two things. If you open a third, it cancels out. A triangle is created. It's a real island and not made of even gold. It's your mind pointing to where there is a treasure waiting. And that is the war. One win now. And it's not a war. It's raw. And it's how you are now, outside of your crocodile skin so thick to protect you. You had self-doubt in this world, but now there's no need. Everything just exists as a bright light, and your purpose is only to shine on those who want to enjoy your warmth, no longer from hell, but from a heaven where, well, I need an alarm clock because it can be this. This is heaven if you make it, and this is all that does in this world be the Mel Hotel, if that's where you want to live. Or you can live in a place like me that's sort of shabby or shaddy or whatever you got to say. Make it an I with 2 T's letters. I don't care. It can be a creek in a way. That's a fun show. Watch that. It'll open your eyes to the fact that, a lot of the things I said about Hollywood, what or why, that Hollywood land, where the holly tree is what the branch that makes a wizard's wand. The word weird comes from wizard, and a wizard is what? The king's best friend, who was the one picking the islands to what? Bomb and such. And so, I said that. YouTube's going to send me to purgatory. You know what? I just explained it's Earth, because this is Earth, the only earthing thing you birth on what? Your body's here, so is your not mind. And so you got to learn in what? To reconnect the two. There's a best friend, and it's in your head. It's half your brain. And look up the bicameral Janesian psychology. And that is like, wow. I can't keep up with this guy. I wish I wouldn't have unsubscribed 4 minutes ago. Blow my mind now like a war where, just for you, between your ears that are too smelly to understand, they're mounted backwards. The real thing that you need to H with your EAR is inside, my dear. Ooh, baby, don't let this say a goodbye in a way. That's right, I want you to go away, 'cause I'm done in a way. It's only 9:46. Oh, I gotta turn my air conditioner on, though, so I'm just, I'm like kind of pissed. I was having so much fun, but I looked down and I recorded just enough tracks, son, to go outside and get a little bit of that before it's too much hot so that my hairs have to jump out back in and that, and my new skull resets, hairstyle change, still sucks. If you saw me, I look crazy again, but you've guessed that, and so there it is. I forgot to do that. Maybe a few things others, but this album wasn't about getting along. It was about the raw WAR, when we could NOW, maybe 1, 2, 3, the AB, not D. This is you. saying, bring that thing back. We'll have a full alphabet. I'll get better in that. We'll assemble it like the other alphabet that makes a perfect torus. That's a donut. You break it, and then you get the thing where you could read it if you understood the torahs, and then backwards or whatever. I don't want to tell you. You start turning their words around, and the demons come at you, and I battle them. Let me tell you, I beat them up by choking them with their permy curls around a neck, flip them upside down. I hang them like ornaments on the tree that is me. Also, I sometimes like jewelry. I have something in my ear hanging by its one ankle that isn't dipped in gold, and also its dead leather tongue licks my nipples. That's how the size I shrink them down, by letting those bodies hang from me until they're the right size to rub on my nipples until they're what? Reverse war, and that's what. And so there you go. I'll gotta say goodbye. The machines are taking over me, and now I gotta go with my one eye. I'm in your window, and you're... Boom. Gotcha. Next one, population adjusted. I like my new job. I'm powered by the sun, and I've deleted the hacked habit of reporting in to Thule. Yes, that's right. I'm now racking his roof with my own what? That might have been the population adjusted. Ha ha. Guess who is the now? I reverse that, and that's the tally. Wow. Oh, right now you might be racking your brain. Second bonus track comes at you again. Why would you be racking clock what to the of your not gun now racked with a one eye of it looking at you so squinty? Why? Well, so am I, because what I do with this is not fire any projectile bullet at you, but this thus reversed, it sucks in brains. That's why I can rack one thus, and that is a special kind of machine. It's the hellfire, very in itself is a like hydrogen's fire spiraling reversed back into a Brown's gas machine. Wiseman's AC-50 making quintessence, the very thing rusting everything from iron to love, returning hearts to men like the Dr. Davis book about homegrown yogurt, reversing fun in the gut stuff. Your husband is crying now at what? The commercial on the Superb's owl. Funniest thing. He's a fancy guy. Owls dressed like penguins end up what? Celebrating Saturday's noon celebration. The kids are in the basement for what? Yuck. Paint that building the right color. Just a big danger sign saying clubs another is what you should find. Maybe Chuck E. Cheese's monthly thing is the best deal that you can find if CC's doesn't mind losing your best customer is the thing in your brain you've met and decided it's going to turn you into a balloon fighting what? Nobody. You're now a saddaloon doing what? Getting even better reception for the thing you enjoy the most. Your V not T TV, you see, telling you what? Not a vision, but just a smelly thing. You eat it up. It's your main food source, washed down by sugary sauce that is the kind of really backbone of your divorce, because your backbone's buried. We could get the back of the what? Fat cooking pork chitlins on you'd be having down here where toes stay warm. For you, our hotel's probably not the best mellifluous place for your own abling waste to be flushed, because our toilets aren't big enough for 400 pounds yet. We didn't build, see in the future that would happen to certain places like San Antonio. I don't know. I just gotta pick on something that rhymes. No, actually, that for sure I know is a place where big things roll. And why? It's maybe how the wheel was really invented. Someone's spouse got so big, they're like, hey, let's put an axle on that. Like, hey, I did last night. What? That's my wife. Oh, you see, wars go back all the way to the caveman days, and we haven't come too far, and we still do live in what? Plato invented it thus, and the popcorn's free. Welcome to the Theta, dear. I am the demon who sits behind you in the what? And down the escalator, I will yell into the skies. I have found my next thing to unshoot with my N-U-G. Nug who asked Polly Shore. They were fresh, and you're mine, smelling like dinner indeed. Sometimes I rap to myself. I do it nicely. It actually happens in your dreams, because you can't forget how my flow mellifluously almost or has you in a hypnotic, even in the day, whatever. But I, in my just talking to myself, had to share something new. So what, who? Yes, to you I will, 1, 2, 3, show you that even without a D, what I said was so profound. I said nextly because I was talking about that company who founded like a corpse, not a corpse, compass, heaven, wearing it for your hat. How many degrees? 42, no, 47, probably there. What doesn't add up? That's right, avoid it and such. But what I want to let you know, to who? To my bathroom. I'm standing not in it, but near it, kind of like to you might be what? Just close enough to hear me without a phone in the way. And to you, I might say something probably about your stepdad's mother, who's now yours. There's inbreeding going on with things around you and such. But hey, you're trying to approximate being a rapper because you know that those are clones from underground D land where they come out and then rapidly most, what about the facts that there was too many D's landing in there, but as a kid, because to be famous, you have to not M, but KM, what? Not ultra, but reverse that. That's tough. Whoa. Yes, maybe I'll try. A, no, I won't. What? Why? Because I'll get to the letter D and get mad again because I want to use one to whip you what back into shape. I just want to tell you that the thing controlling me said say nextly, and that is the fact. I want that company to next what have it realize that the next thing is a mirror to reverse because the next star will be not what you know but me, and in that mirror reversed also dog because that is what I to the rap world will forever be. The thing reversed. Me and me is now KING. Don't protest against the thing now controlling the me industry is dot nothing because I erased all of the file types in the world. Even the money can't control what? Nobody. I've released the chaos and I'm the only not world word. I'm the new word. Ordering thus, you now on one knee should place the other together and say the magic word to me.